Good day. Welcome to Air TV Africa, Nigeria #1 internet radio and web TV on education. Today on week 27 trendy educational news, I have the first bulletin here. 298,000 students across 198 institutions get 59.9 billion naira from NELFUND. The next one says, beware of fake loan portal, NELFUND warns students. The third on the line is AI. Over 1,500 UTME candidates faked albinos to bypass facial recognition, say Jamb. The next one, Tinubu Approves scholarship scheme for other countries, students to study in Nigeria. That has been so controversial. The next one, again, UNILESA receive approval to start sandwich degree program. Makinde urges calm as students, alumni reject Ibadan Poly rename. You all know what happened when Ibadan Poly was renamed. The other ones here, Jamb, over 80% of candidates absent from mop-up UTME. Parents financing malpractices to be prosecuted. Federal government laud Babalola University over global recognition in 2025 TIMES Varsity Ranking. More details later. Primary school teachers in the FCT who have been on strike for the past 3 months have agreed to end the strike after Governor Wike also interfere in the affair of the local government with the teachers. The last but not the least, return salary received during your absence, the Jigawa State government tells teachers. I have a discussant with me here in the studio. He's a young man, vibrant and educationalist, and also a very brilliant consultant. His name is Asuko Umar. He will join me after this short break.
ABUAD College of Innovation and Content Creation offers 6 months and 12 months training into content creating, internet radio, sound engineering and music production, film and video editing, and OAP and cinematography. For more detailed chat 080231295999.
Yeah, thank you. Welcome back to the segment where I have my discussant here with me. Like I said, he's a young man, dynamic and educationalist, a consultant for that matter. Today, I have Asuko Umar with me. Umar, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
thanks for having me, sir.
Thank you. The first we have here is they said 298 students across 198 institutions get 59.9 billion naira from NELFUND. This NELFUND thing has started over a year ago. And the people are saying it is fake, it is real. We believe that it is real because those who have been benefiting from the fund, they're coming out there saying that they benefited. What's your take that as much as 298,000, as at today, 298,000 students have benefited across Nigeria universities, public universities?
Well, for me, this is a very welcoming thing.
Okay.
You know, for government to embark on this kind of project,
yes,
I think it's a very welcome development. However, I want to lay emphasis on certain criteria.
Okay.
How accessible is this fund to the students?
Yes, the government said there is a portal, a website from NELFUND that you can apply. Initially, it started by applying through school, but then also because of fraud and stuff, and there's a delay. So there's a website where students go apply directly. So from there, because they pick from each institution and they pick from zonal states, not that they just pick from one region altogether. They pick from the south, southeast, just like that. That's what they do.
So there's a certain number for a particular region.
Yes, maybe I can't say that, but I know they pick around the region. That's what I know, but I don't know whether there's a particular number for each region, but I know they pick around the region. So that is where they do. That's today. 298. Even the news that came in, a breaking news that just came in now, that the chairman of the program of NELFUND said the program is meant for public university. If you're in private university, you cannot apply, you cannot be beneficial to this program, because as much as private universities charge from 1 million to over 16 million. That's some private universities that charge as much as 16 million. So they said that private university cannot benefit. Private university candidate or student cannot benefit from NELFUND. That's what they said. That's what we have on.
Private university cannot.
Yes.
Okay. What about the state-owned university?
Yes. But yes, I think last week or last 2 weeks when we came here, we had names of state universities. In fact, I'm very sure I've seen LASU student, Lagos State University, Osun State University, and Ekiti State University, but even Ibadan Poly, who are state-owned institutions who have benefited from this.
Okay. I want to also come up with a question, because I really want to know, after this whole process of this funding, is there any particular data that government should be able to provide a job and absorb these people in order for them to refund or pay back the tax?
This NELFUND is just a loan fund council agency to give students loan, but the issue of work, that is not their job. Maybe that one will come up later. But
how do they recoup the funds?
Yeah, what government said, the law that set up NELFUND is that you collect the loan, you pay after you have gotten a job. If it takes you 5 years, take you 3 years, and it's interest-free loan. Well, so for now, they have not talked about how to get a job or how to not to get a job. You pay when you start earning salary.
Well, I just hope it turns out better at the end of the day.
Thank you. The next one said, the NELFUND came up again, said, beware of fake loan portal NELFUND warns students, because our boys now, they will create portal, ask you to pay 10,000 naira to do now. So yeah, NELFUND is coming up that said it is warning all students who are applying, just be careful of so many portals on the net that will ask you to come and pay social amount to get your name registered or to get you approved. So NELFUND has warned over that.
Well, apart from the warning, I think there should be some channels of awareness created, either via maybe an online mail. The mail was, I think I got this through mail. The mail was sent out and it was on social media. That's a good one. And I think on national dailies, such things can also come up, so that at least people can really take cognizance to what is.
Yes, you're right. The next one is AI, that's artificial intelligence. Over 1,500 UTME candidates faked albinism to bypass facial recognition, say Jamb. What they're trying to say here is that the last Jamb registration, Jamb discovered that about 1,500 students claim that they are albino, and where they are not. They are not albino, but they claim they are albino. So what they do is that, this is like a machinery coming to write Jamb for them. They will capture their finger, but at the end of the day, Jamb said they caught 1 or 2 students who came out to say yes, they are not albino, they are normal person, but they
just say that to get past the...
No, it's not. The agents who collect money, 500,000, 600,000. According to what Jamb said, the boys, they confessed that they paid 500,000 for this. So what they do is that when they are doing the registration, they will show the face of an albino. You understand? So the picture will not capture them very well. Wow. So when it comes to time of exam, they will not recognize them. Meanwhile, there is a machinery. So Jamb came up and said,
so we are making use of AI in a negative side.
Yes,
that's a very tough one for us.
Thank you.
We should be able to do better.
Now the next ones, Tinubu approves scholarship scheme for other countries students to study in Nigeria. This has been so much controversial online, bloggers, everybody is talking that we don't have it in Nigeria, we don't have enough. How can Mr. President go to that far country? Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, OECS, to go and launch scholarship for students in other countries to come to Nigeria and study. What is your take on this?
I have a friend who called me immediately. This thing was because it was controversial.
Yes,
it was on social media. Yeah. It was on some radio stations carried it and all that. Yeah. And a friend called me. Did you hear something? I said, "Come, I don't think this is possible. But however, if it is possible, let us verify." But I find out that it was actually true. So the question he threw at me was, how can Nigerian be receiving loan to go to school while others country came in here on scholarship base free of charge, and then how do we explain this?
See, the issue is that lack of information is part of the problem we have in this country. If now they are trying the NOA organization, this agency that goes on public orientation, national orientation agency. Yes, if they doing their job regularly, and if they come up with something like this, it will be better. all European countries, America, Arabian countries, all give scholarship to Nigerians.
And are you saying that this is accessible to Nigerians?
It is accessible.
To some
It
extent.
used to, in those days, when we were young, they used to send a brochure from envelope when you applied. But now, because of the internet world, yes, it is on internet. I think few days or let's say few months back, a guy who works here, came here for an IT, brought one that he wants to benefit. I don't, up to now, they will have written me. He said I should be a reference to scholarship. It's a government scholarship in the United Arab Emirates for him to do masters and PhD. It's a 4 years program that he has applied for. So it's an scholarship. So they also grant Nigerian scholarships. Nigerian students scholarships. It's even done in Great Britain. It's done in Germany. It's done in most in this European country. Scholarships given to Nigeria. In fact, there's a particular one that I even knew that I have now, even in Germany. They give Nigerians. So if Nigeria is giving back to them, there's nothing bad in it. So it is done all over. Reason those who are shouting, crying about this is because they don't have information. And information is very, very important. Information is very, very vital.
I think the information is just
so
short.
The National Orientation Agency needs to do a lot of things.
Do more
information. Yes, let people know
because
that.
I remember then, National orientations agencies usually come up with several information.
Exactly.
Listen to them run advert on a particular on radio.
Yes,
so, but I think they should do more because Nigerian way. Because I actually go online. You know, I listen to this Twitter. It was almost everywhere. How can Nigerians be
granting
getting loan and then we are granting scholarship to outsiders and foreigners, and that. In fact, to me, it was a bit worrisome though. But I know that for them to come up with this, there should be something.
It's like giving back. It's just like giving back to those who have also done.
But I think basically, it's for master's degrees or
first degree also available.
Wow,
first degree also available.
First
degree also available. 4 years, 5 years, masters, PhD. It's also available.
But the procedure then will still be what's the procedure of them coming in and we going out? Are there standards that you must pass?
There's a standard. In fact, the Jamb will be required. They will be required to write Jamb before they can do first degree.
That's great.
Yes. The only thing is that for the master and PhD level, it's just your first degree and then they will equivalent it and stuff. That's the standard. That's standard. Thank you. Thank you. You are very good. Now the next one said, UNILESA receive approval to start Sandwich degree program. This UNILESA is a new university and they're just, I think they're about 2 or 3 years old, and now they want to start a Sandwich weekend and holiday program. I think it's a good one. What do you see? This is a part-time school.
I believe there's a system already that is operating perfectly well. Before the university board could obtain or could give consent to this, and I strongly believe that school is also one of the newly school that is created recently that is ranking high.
Yes, it's a state school that's ranking high. I think it's a good one there.
So it's a welcome.
The next one is Makinde urges calm as students alumni reject Poly rename. No, the Ibadan Poly was renamed to Victor Oluloyo Polytechnic. Omolulu Oluloyo Polytechnic. It's a former governor of your state, and the student flare up know that the name. The Ibadan Poly is still okay. They want it to reserve. They don't want it to rename. What is your take on that?
But I'm concerned. Why is that? Every now and then we had schools being renamed.
After prominent people.
Can't government erect an agency or a particular startup and give it a name to someone who has contributed so well to the state?
Yes.
Not just schools. These are schools that have produces a
40-50 years ago that have been in existence, and you want to come up a day and change the name. The same thing happened to University of Lagos. It's not going to change to Moshood Abiola University. Why the alumni and people shouted and during the regime of our former president.
Now, if you are upgrading the school, apart from changing their names, if you are upgrading them, let's assume a polytechnic is now can upgrade to a university level or a school of technology. that at least you're upgrading
yes,
the school,
same
the same institution,
but different
names.
No,
but once you keep changing name, I don't think there's a balance to this. But
the
I
governor
think we should talk about more of upgrading.
Yes,
that
is it. In fact, somebody said that after that period that a new university was created in Oyo State. That why not name that university after him, or look for another?
That's a very good question.
Or street or road after him. Why that school again? I think the governor has a listing here. He's listening to them and he's working on that.
It's a good one.
Gov Makinde is working on that. The next one is that Jamb said over 80% of candidates absent from mop-up UTME parent financing malpractices to be prosecuted. The last Jamb that came up, what actually happened? Maybe I should tell you this story. The student who did not go for Jamb. The issue of the AI, the albinism. So when Jamb detected, some students were involved. They ran from the exam. Like Jamb said, he said there's a particular center where they register 450 albinos in a particular center. And so is it possible that the whole albino in Nigeria went to that center? So Jamb now decided, okay, let's do a mop-up. Therefore, those who have glitches the other time, let's do a mop-up for them. Oh yeah, come and rewrite your exam. And 80% of them never show up for the exam, even after payment. But the Jamb now said they discovered that. The student now said they discovered that Jamb already planted police at the center to get them arrested. So it's better they don't go for the exam than for them to go for exam and get arrested. So Jamb was complaining that a lot of parents, a student who is 15 years, 16 years, 17 years, 18 years cannot raise 500,000, 600,000 to pay agents for malpractice. That parents are involved. That's why they said parents will be prosecuted. They've detected them. A lot of them have been arrested as at time.
This is one of the things we talk about the other time.
Yes.
How do you do this for your children? Would you still be there to do this for them in the next 20 years?
Yes, even 30, 40 years.
And these are things that I personally I don't want to subscribe to it. Even I told you something the other time I was here. I was discussing with you. The needs of special center, yes. I don't think it's necessary.
Yes, government is working on that.
And if you have a disabled person in a particular center, let's give that disabled
that
priority and pay attention
to
benefit.
Yes.
But giving a special center for people like that is been it's been abused.
It's all about fraud.
It's been abused.
It's all about fraud.
Look at what we are coming up like. It's not making sense.
The next one is federal government laud Babalola University Advocate over global recognition in 2025 TIMES Varsity Ranking. The university came up as the 84 best in the world.
Wow.
The third best in Africa and best in Nigeria. So
I want to. In fact, it's a thumbs up.
It's a thumbs up, for the school, for the proprietor, and for the students, and for the school board, the senate of the school. The school is really making waves. Seriously,
honestly, I'm amazed to hear.
Throughout the world, they came 84th.
Wow.
84, and in Africa, they are the third best ranking. In Nigeria, they are number one.
Kudos to every single board.
Yes,
everyone that is
Fred Babalola University. You are doing a great job. So other university, private, public should also copy from this institution. Nice one. We want everybody to be on number one. We want everybody to be on number one. Not only on private institution, even the so-called old school institution, University of Ibadan, University of Benin, yes, we also wake up to Ahmadu Bello University of Lagos, we also wake up from their slumber. The next one is that primary school teachers in the FCT, Federal Capital Territory, who have been on strike. We took this last week, who have been on strike for the past 3 months, have agreed to go back to work, ending their industrial action. Because the governor,
the minister of
FCT has called the people involved together and tried to, because they look at the primary school teachers are under the local government authority, not the state or the capital.
It's a good thing that this has been looking
it has been looking to.
It was a worrisome situation.
Yes, it was worrisome. Primary school education.
How do you, because this you have to. There's a saying that says you catch them
young.
So when you now leave them to grow when they don't get the basic education,
it's not the best.
No, how do you explain that?
We thank Governor Weke Nyesom Wike on this. He has a date between the parties, and they will be resuming back to work on Monday. It's a nice one. I appreciate His Excellency, and I appreciate the teachers, I appreciate everybody that they have called off the strike. The last but not the least here with my co-discussant Umar is return salaries received during your absence, Jigawa State Government teachers. This also came last week, where the governor accused about 340 or 341 teachers who abandoned jobs. Some of them have gotten another job, some of them were at home, some of them were they are already royal fathers, they were still collecting salaries. So the governor detected this, and he said, before you can resume back to work, that return back the salary you took for that period, or come and work for the months you were absent. So what do you say to that?
We should be able to do more. The world is going forward.
How
can we be going backward? These are things that you've gotten another job, but you're doing something, you're fully engaged with some other
and now left the student unattended to.
But you are receiving salary.
Yes.
How do you explain this?
244 teachers.
This is, in fact, for me,
it is abnormal.
For me, it's abnormal.